Hasselhoff? You were robbed. Everyone knows it. But you know what? Sitting around feeling sorry for yourself won't change anything. You gotta get back out there. You gotta show them the real Hoff.
I thought we were opening up to a heat wave, not a crime wave. There's a difference in variation of evils, you know. Then there are crimes against nature.
Shanna in the morning is on Pirate Radio.
Hey, Hobby!
Then again, this would be the last episode of Lifeguards who are feeling a little hot under the collar.
Yeah, it's the beach, pal. We don't need air conditioning.
It's the central plot of this that has me feeling a little rash.
Yeah, right.
I mean, if you enjoy people getting trapped in enclosed areas while they're about to drown like sewer rats, you've come to the right place. But that's until we're interrupted by crime stories before we're brought back to 2 scoops of sunshine by the beach.
Yeah, and you're as blind as ever.
While this episode tries to recover from its plot identity crisis, we head into intermission sponsored by the all-new and improved John Deere Sandboni. Hopefully we'll have everything smoothed over. Hobie, on the other hand, is dying of heat stroke because somebody forgot to turn on the air conditioning.
Air conditioning is like a new concept in cooling.
Mitch's excuse?
Yeah, it's the beach, pal. We don't need air conditioning.
Air conditioning, where the best place for it at Mitch's house is in a box in their garage.
You want air conditioning? I'll play you a bigger sweatband!
Mitch is later greeted by an old lifeguard friend from his past, Steve, who brought over another son of identical age as Hobie.
I told you he was tall.
Steve!
Hello, Mitch.
They spend the time for a little bonding and a little reminiscing of the days gone old.
Call this guy Barracuda.
Hey.
I mean, this guy was a terror. On the water.
Hey, you know what we used to...
And this is when the plot pretty much cries out uncle here.
Let's not get too deep here. Oh.
Yeah, we have a moocher in our presence.
Gosh, boy, this smells good, huh?
Well, why don't you grab a plate? I mean, I did make your favorite.
Seriously, does he think money grows off minimum wage?
Oh.
Get bent, loser.
Oh.
So we transition from Mitch trying to practice the imperfect art of getting his friend's financial shit together to Chef Boyardee, who is cooking up a view for an incredibly creepy long amount of time. while she contemplates the fact that maybe you can't file a restraining order against everybody at the beach.
Impressive, isn't it?
Eddie's excuse? You can't trespass my eyes.
It's another day at your beach club.
Pirate Radio.
Back at Baywatch headquarters, Craig still is battling fantasy versus reality over his two careers.
Sorry, can't. I'm a lawyer today.
Personally, I don't feel bad that you have to work two jobs just to pay the bills if you're only working 30 total hours per week, it seems. Sorry, Mitch, he's not making a lawyer joke. They're all true stories. I don't know what's funnier about Craig's law practice, the fact that he needs a season's worth of excusable passes from Mitch, or the fact that his office looks like he's leasing it from Murder, She Wrote.
Wait, why?
Yeah, I wonder just how many of Jessica Fletcher's dead friends he sued today.
I've been knocking myself out on that case.
Craig's boss demands that he refund his last client the $6,000 he was charged last week, which was probably due to the fact of how instead of preserving lives, you were taking life by putting your wife's, let alone your life, in harm's way last weekend.
He saw you playing lifeguard last weekend and figures he shouldn't have to pay you $200 an hour when the county gets you for $12.
That's hardly called an insurance policy protected from mayhem from criminally insane.
What I do in my spare time is none of his business.
In the football world, that's called a discount double choke.
Come on, Marty, how many times are we gonna have this discussion?
He figures, why pay you $200 an hour when the county gets you, for a sucker, for $12?
Never again.
And according to Don Corleone, that's an offer you can't understand.
Lifeguard or lawyer, make a decision.
That's why most lawyers don't go to the beach, Craig, for those greedy fat cats such as your boss trying to bury you. Your Honor, with all due respect, the defense attorney here clearly doesn't believe what his boss is saying. Now, don't blink at once to make a career decision.
Monday sucks. It's Monday. Pirate Radio.
I'm guessing people are under the impression that lifeguarding is not the hot, sweaty, tireless, thankless, life-threatening job it's cracked up to be that pays as much as a paperboy's route that sucks your soul to people who are constantly saving lives. With everyone looking so far out, man, I'm surprised they can keep their trunks up. Craig's wife Gina comes up with a solution that he quits the job at the firm so he can pick and choose the cases he wants.
The kitchen table and you've got yourself an office. You take only the cases you want to take. You work with people instead of corporations. You can make your own hours.
Well, he's already knee-deep in a case of staring endlessly into the sun, so what's changed?
Oh yeah, I love the beach.
I think we'll just let these two sweat it out.
I hate the beach.
We're not even into mid-season of Baywatch, and I'm already having my doubts of the embassy studio heads trying to sell off this goof troop as a pair of legitimate group of lifesavers. I think this kid looks forward to a long, happy life of child neglect. So our neglected one decides to make eye contact with Reggie the Reckless.
I know, I heard. I'm a stranger. You're not supposed to talk to me. I don't think my dad meant other kids.
Close, his name is actually Rickley Blount, pronounced Blunt. Sorry for my bluntness, but that's just how he rolls.
Yeah, you look like a jerk.
Since they agree they are nobodies, and since nobody is perfect, well, how about time for a little kids getting into mischief montage? Sponsored by the makers of Those Little Shits. Yay, death-defying situations rule.
This is probably illegal. What if they put us in jail? They won't. We're kids, okay?
What these kids don't know won't hurt them because, after all, death is only a punchline away.
Kids can get away with anything.
Join us, folks, on a behind-the-scenes tour of the making of supervision, or lack of. Not as cool as it sounds. So if this was supposed to be season 1 that NBC wanted to ingrain in our heads, sharing core family values between father and son, then how come there's still an absence on Hobie or Hobie with friends?
Oh, I'm sorry.
KQLZ Los Angeles. Pirate Radio means no commercials.
All we get here is another rerun of Behind Every Disrespectful Child, their parents I want to smack upside the head.
Does this kid have a name?
Why watch that when that's related to anyone alive?
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I mean, if they're not related to any of the core central characters, do we really care what happens to the other two than the fact that they're really gifted at disruptive behavior?
Kid.
Hey, relax. He's already on the list.
I know. I reported it to the tower.
Hell, you could have made it about Eddie getting into disruptive behavior with a beachgoer, but oh yeah, that's for another time.
That's it? You're just gonna give me the stock lifeguard talk?
I'm getting some Vanilla Ice vibes, yo, with this scene, because if there's a problem, yo, the lifeguards will solve it. Check out the plot while the solution resolves it.
Too early to press the panic button.
Damn tide's coming in.
We return back to the deliberately disobeyers as they discover the drainage canal and find themselves locked in.
Look, where'd that come from? Who knows?
That's when backups are usually a good thing, unless it's a sewer system you're in. Boy, that sucks.
Help! Help! Anybody, help!
A pirate ship's a sailing and on stormy seas. There's a radio free America just for you and me. The big radio station is thinking up the air. Refuse to let 'em spot the real nightmare. Say hi, mateys, go, come on, pirate radio, land of the free and home of the brave. CC calling your grave.
Apparently our heat wave has caused such a crowded commotion of beach traffic that it's backed up for hours in what we like to call me, myself, and I-85. But obviously not crowded enough to hear these little weenies cry for help.
Help us! Help us! Help! Help us!
It must be a slow day at Ray's Plumbing Supplies. If that's not enough to clog their spirits, they end up crawling down a storm drain and are in an even worse predicament than before.
We don't know what's down there. There's a light down there. Maybe it's another way out.
Sometimes evolution sucks.
Where are we?
Great! They were on their way of seeing us out of the remainder of this episode. Now, who will take the place of another adorable Dennis the Menace montage?
It isn't fair. It just isn't fair.
Apparently silence is golden until Baywatch here suddenly decides it's going to turn itself into a daycare. Then silence is just suspicious.
This day couldn't get any worse.
Okay, so you nixed out any character building storylines with Hobie and Craig. What are we watching here? The endless daycare summer?
Just take me with you.
Janet in the morning.
Back at the beach, Little Miss Sunshine also has a thing for a man who has the physique of and physical attributes of a young teenage Eddie Munster. Like a gynecologist and a pizza boy eyeing their next delivery, he can smell it, but he can't eat it when no touch, no taste laws are in effect. Oh, give me a break. You got to change your shorts now. And Eddie's eyes were two dots of Sub-Zero as the creep factor becomes Eddie's sole plot purpose here. Trespass and undress with my eyes. That's his whole day. More lives are perishing by the hour while mental masturbation becomes Satan's typewriter. Now, our father of the year is panicking for his son. You know, he doesn't always screw up massively, but when he does, he's 100% convinced he's a dumbass. So he goes from child search to child seizure of a random boy.
Mike? Mike! Mike!
No, get away from me!
That's a poor-ass excuse for action.
What do you think you're doing?
No, please don't tell me it's time for another episode of Going About Your Job Half-Cocked.
Wait a second, let me explain!
Which would be nice to view if it wasn't delayed by crystal clear water-bespeckled lenses. If child kidnapping is difference of opinion, then acting like you wanted to keep him hidden from the rest of the world all to yourself is probably not the best way.
He grabbed my kid because I thought he was my kid. What?
Let's let our liar lawyer weigh in on this one.
My kid's missing. Please. Come on.
And I object by saying that's total bullshit.
He is not the problem, pal. You are the problem.
So what do Dumb and Dumber do? Search and rescue first, worry about legal bullshit later.
Nobody else can find him. What are a bunch of junior lifeguards supposed to do?
Now that's the fun part.
We want you to go everywhere you ever been told not to go.
Nice to know you have unqualified, unlicensed use doing your child laboring for you too by jeopardizing their personal safety, as well as having them go in unauthorized personnel places only. Looks like your junior lifeguards are turning out to be just as wild and reckless as you are, Mitch.
The tide's up. You'll never get through to that entrance.
There's a storm drain up there. It's on top of a collection chamber. That's where they'd end up.
All right, we're out of here.
Well played, Carmo.
All right.
Not to mention all of those other unaccounted for junior lifeguards you just sent to their deaths. Unlike the rapper Ice Cube, today is not a good day. Hobie deducts from obvious logic that there are no maintenance workers, just bad people who are full of crap at what they do, and figures the kids got sucked in the storm drain.
Hey, the maintenance guys, why were they in there?
They had to put a new lock on the gate.
So if it takes a kid to do a more qualified maintenance worker's job, then Hobie prepares to sweep them off their feet.
Hobie, you stay here, you keep them calm. We'll radio for backup.
All right.
Funny, I'm surprised these kids didn't bother to think that shouting for help was an option. Oh wait, the whole beach was tone deaf. Now that's work safety doing it right, considering the fact that they're about as good as dead. Mitch and Craig try to take the scenic way in, taking their time, chewing the cud about life, politics, sports, while stepping through garbage and rat droppings while the kids are drowning in a fishbowl.
What happened? Why is anyone coming to help us? They're on their way.
I'm not lying here because it's this rescue that suddenly awakens something within Craig.
Firm gave me a choice. Lawyer or lifeguard. You lose your locker. Take away my locker? You take away my locker?
Makes you wonder who should really be donning the uniform around here than this certifiable schmuck while the kids are lounging, but wishing they could run as fast as they can to a randomly selected other room. So, when blowtorches won't work, the firefighters decide to lift a slab of concrete? He certainly is the poster boy for leadership who can't do your job, but tells everyone else they're doing it wrong.
We're going in with a blowtorch.
Time to endanger the children again. I don't think they had enough. But yet Mitch can Hulk smash one down with his toy lifeguard can that is later followed by step aerobics. Oh wait, the firefighters did eventually manage to get the grate off the screen anyways.
Ricky!
Guess the real waste of precious resources award goes to Mitch and Craig.
Yeah.
I guess the real winner of today is called self-control.
Getting pretty good at this stuff, Dad.
Yeah?
The mother has landed. Pirate Radio, 100.3 FM.
Craig and Gina have their romantic interlude by the sun, trying to make up for feeling less of a man who didn't man up today in the face of danger.
I heard about those two little kids on the radio.
Oh, yeah. You should have seen Mitch today. He was a regular hero.
As for Creep Factor, Beach Edition, he confuses beach patrons with his appetite. Really? Customer?
You were my best customer today, and I'd like to invite you to dinner.
Well, if she was meant to be the appetizer, then Trevor is the main course.
She's busy.
As for Eddie, enjoy your cold serving of cock block.
Thought you'd never get here.
How you doing, Roxanne?
Ooh, denied.
Sorry. Next visit, Ivy.
Next.